Shenzhen, in southern China's Greater Bay Area, is considered the country's Silicon Valley. And here in the city, a group of young people are kicking off an engineering competition called Makeathon, a combination of the words makers and marathon. These contestants will test their wits and endurance to build a robot in the next 24 hours without sleep.
Human evolution is driven by creativity, and what we're doing is to help more people explore their potential to create.
This competition is an annual event organized by a startup called MakeBlock, a global leader in robotics and education. The company's founder, Jason Wang, has some questions for his U.S. counterparts.
The question that I'd like to ask about U.S. startups are what are the hottest startup areas right now in the U.S., and what are the new generation of entrepreneurs thinking at the moment?
I'm now at the Soma district in San Francisco. Within a mile, there are lots of unicorns like Uber, Lyft, and Dropbox. And downstairs in the incubator, dozens of companies are striving to be one of them. The incubator is called One Piece Work. Ranging from artificial intelligence to big data, over 200 companies are now registered here. It was founded by this man, Guo Wei, a Silicon Valley-based angel investor. He's financed over 300 startups across China and the U.S. Guo listed 4 of the most popular areas in the U.S. for startups.
Software to business and biotech and space tech and blockchain. But in U.S., startups or entrepreneurs tend to be more focused on a certain industry or a certain product.
Apparently, startups in China and the U.S. have already reached some consensus at least on one technology, the blockchain, though Jason Wang is skeptical.
Now the P2P financing, internet finance, and the blockchain are definitely the hottest in China. But I think many of those startups are just doing usury. Of course it can make quick money, but it's not valuable to the society.
Though Silicon Valley has a booming business in space tech and biotech, most of the startups here are still somewhat soft when compared to their Chinese counterparts.
Smart hardware, it's going down. The cost of building hardware is so expensive. I don't think that U.S. startups has the advantage of opportunity to build that.
China, on the other hand, has been the world's factory for decades. Making hardware is exactly what the Chinese companies are good at.
China's supply chain brings a special advantage in the field that requires combination of software and hardware. In terms of making hardware products, we're much more competitive than overseas players.
But it seems in both countries, startups are facing some of the same problems. When tech companies cluster in hubs like Silicon Valley, it drives up the cost of living.
Silicon Valley becomes so centralized. Young people, they are not able to afford the living cost here. The environment slowly, gradually getting worse. Too much capital creates startups bubble.
I think the world is facing the same situation. Big companies like Alibaba and Tencent are growing bigger and bigger, even with an annual growth rate of 30 to 40%. That, in fact, leaves a smaller market for the startups. I don't see any solution to this problem.
Back in Shenzhen, this small unmanned robotic kitchen is one of the winners. Out cauldrons of competition and creativity like this one may come the next billion-dollar idea. Gu Yunfei, CGTN, from Shenzhen and San Francisco.